All right, so this video is going to focus on a project that I want you guys to work on, which is called the Student Art Portfolio, and you will find it by clicking on classwork, and it's posted underneath Remote Monday. So here I have Student Art Portfolio. I click View Assignment, and remember you guys are slightly different. For your view, it says your work up here, and then this document is posted up here because I'm the teacher, it's down here. Once you find the document, go ahead and open it up. And when you open it up, at the top here it says student name here. You're going to want to edit and change that. So let me show you. So if I was making this, I would name it Mrs. Farrell. If Bobby Sue was making it, right, they would name it Bobby Sue up there. Down here where it says first and last name here, you would also highlight that. I would say I'm Mrs. Farrell. Whoops. You guys would write your first and last name, right? So again, Scott Smith, right? And then the grade, if you're in 6th grade, you write 6. If you're 7, 7, 8, 8. And then these things here, do you see this? You can edit and change these as much as you want. Okay, this is a portfolio for you to design and edit and make your own. And that's what this slide talks about. And I'm going to delete that. Okay, so let me make this large. And it says, instructions for students to create their digital portfolio. Using a computer, you will create an art portfolio. You will create a living portfolio, meaning that it changes as you put artwork into it. This digital portfolio will be used as your art final. Using this presentation, you will create slides to showcase your work. Think about how you want your slides to look. For example, is there a certain font style or color or size or background or images that you'd like to use, just like I talked about a moment ago? You will create a title page. The first slide you create is your title page. You will write your name and grade on the title page, which we just did. For each slide, you will include one piece of artwork, a title, and the artist statement. Crop your artwork so that all you can see is your work. You don't need to worry about that with digital art. I don't want to see what is in the background or someone else in the background. That's something that you are more concerned with when you're in the visual art room. Place the artwork title and artist statement on the slide to make it look nice. So here's an example. So let's say that this was my artwork. I would make sure that I would get this to better fit inside my frame. And you guys are allowed to duplicate, so we'll look at these slides in a minute. You may duplicate and use these slides as needed to build your personal student portfolio. Feel free to edit these slides to fit your personality. Remember, the focus should be on your artwork, so try not to overwhelm the viewer with a colorful background. Lime green might not be the best option. Be aware of some fonts and colors which make it difficult to read. So there is a long landscape frame. I tried to give you guys a variety of frame orientations to best fit your artwork. Here we have tall portrait, and we have 2 square frames that are exactly the same. And the layout is a little bit different, meaning the title is directly centered below the artwork as well as the artist statement, or the title and artist statement is off to the side and then you type down. So these are all the different options that you can choose from. Let's say you want to work with this slide. You can right-click and duplicate that slide to add your artwork. All right, so let's see. The way how you're going to import your images is you go up to Insert, Image, and every single image that you're accessing is going to be located on your drive. Every time you turned in a project for me, it was already, the copy of it was already, or the file was already added to your drive. So let me show you here. I'm going to go back to classwork. Your student art portfolio is going to have whatever projects we were able to cover in class. So by going to the classwork page, you can come here and see, for this class, I covered All About Me, I covered Surreal, and I covered Ansel Adams. So if you're a student from this class, all you would need to do is type your last name and then make sure that you add the last name me file, the last name image file, and the last name AA file. So let me come back here. I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and Drive. And I'm just going to search a last name of a student. So let's say I had a student with the last name of Allen. So when you're in your drive, you're going to want to search for your last name, and if you did it correctly, you'll be able to see all the files that you created in My Class. All right, so this is an example of this student. So let's say I want to do a to search for my Ansel Adams image. So here I have an Ansel Adams image that I want to work with. So I'm going to drag and drop it in. And to me, this looks more like a square frame would be best for this. So I am going to actually delete, go down to my square frame, and drop it again. And now I can see this would work well for this. I'm going to move this frame over. That allows me to get to this painting and delete it. Now I can move this frame back to where I want it, and then I can move my artwork in and scale it so that I think it best fits inside the frame. And you see a lot of this side is getting cut off. So I'm going to click once on my frame, and I'm going to stretch it. And I'm using the arrows on my keyboard to move it. I think that looks really good. But right now this picture is pasted on top of my frame, and I want it to go behind. So I'm going to right-click, go to Order, and send it to back. Another way that I could do that is by coming up here to Arrange, Order, Send to Back. Both of them send it to back. Today, all I want you to do is spend time pasting your images into your frames. Then, when you have time, add your title and your artist statement. The artist statement could be, I really enjoyed working and learning about Ansel Adams, who was a famous black and white photographer who allowed us to learn more about preserving or conserving the American West. You could say, I really liked working on this image because I liked adding color to a black and white image. Or, I really liked working on this image. I tried my hardest to use colors that I thought were the most realistic to make this believable to the viewer that this might have been a color photograph instead of one of Ansel Adams' black and white photographs. All right, so I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do me. Let's see. All right. And I will pick this image here. So again, I'm going to click on a frame that I think it would work best with. I'm going to drag it on to the artwork, and obviously that does not look good, right? I need the long landscape. Nope, I need the tall portrait. So I'm going to delete this, click on my tall portrait, drag it onto that. Again, I move this frame to click on the back to get rid of this splatter, and then bring the frame back over, get my artwork. And that looks like that fits pretty well. So I'm now going to click on my frame here, and I'm going to bring it up. And then using my arrows keys, nudge it down a little bit, bring it up. And I think one more. And I think we are in business. Now, this image is again sitting in front. So I'm going to right-click on it, Order, and Send to Back. And now I have my second image inside my photograph. So I have 1, 2. Again, if you're not sure what images you're supposed to use, you go to the classwork page, you look at projects in class, and then you make sure you include all the projects from that class. So this one might not match yours. This class covered Ansel Adams, Surreal Sky, and All About Me. So I expect to see 3 images in their slideshow. All right, have fun. I can't wait to see all the different digital artwork, and then also you're carrying this to your visual art teacher as well. So they'll be able to see your digital art, and then you will also add visual artwork to it.